In flying, when the doors are closed, for the ones majority I'm assuming we've flown, they close the doors, you hear cabin crew, arm all slides and cross-checked. Once that is done, the overall person in command is me. Even if President Ruto is on board, it is me. It is not him. There is nothing he can do. Everybody has to listen to me. I am the final authority on that flight. And how it turns out to business. You are the business people. You are the business owners. You are the captains of your business. Nobody can come and intimidate you and tell you I'm so and so. This is how you're going to run your business. This is how you're going to do things. You have to take charge of your business and you have to do what it takes for your business to excel. I remember one time my husband was giving me a funny story when he was in the military. Someone said, oh, when you go to Kongowea market in Mombasa, it's from the coast, that there is business, in the market. So he goes, takes a loan, buys a pickup, and then he goes to Kongowea. He doesn't get business. He calls those people. They're like, tulikuwa tumesikia bana, kuna kuanga na biashara hapo. The mistake he did, he listened to people who have never done business, and that is a mistake some of us make. And that makes you give your personal power away. So stick with your personal power. Always remember you're the captain of your business. If someone is giving you advice, just make sure they're in business, they know exactly what they are doing, unless they're a prophet and they've heard from the Lord, and you have to be sure it is the same spirit that you're carrying, and it has to be a confirmation. Okay, so for number 2, how many of us watch National Geographic Channel, the one for air crash investigation? I'm seeing one. Oh, we are many of us, yeah. I watch it when I'm on leave and I'm not going to fly for a long time. Otherwise, I'll be, you get a bit jittery about it. So, of course, now you're familiar with the word Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Yes? That is when we are under distress and we need help. So what normally happens when the Mayday call is done is the air traffic controllers will clear the entire airspace for you. It means aircrafts, wherever they are, they will go in a holding pattern, like a race course. The ones who are in your path, they will be cleared. You are priority until you land. No aircraft takes off, no aircraft lands until you touch down. When you touch down, the runway will have the fire emergency equipment, ambulances. I mean, it's for you. So the Mayday call is not anything that you can just say, we are flying, we are bored, let's make a Mayday call. It's something extremely serious. So I'll give 2 stories. I wanted to give one, but my husband told me to give the second one. So one time we were flying to Mumbai. So we are told a passenger is sick on board. So we said, okay, fine. They always have to tell the captain, so that at least you can monitor. Then they pitch for a doctor. Then there was I think that time there was a nurse on board. So they were looking at just monitoring the patient. If the patient is okay. So as we were flying, what normally we do is we keep on updating the alternate airport in case we have to divert. Where are we going, like that. So by the time the passengers getting worse were over Indian Ocean. So we could only go to Mumbai. We couldn't go back anywhere else. So when you're over the ocean, unfortunately, because it's vast, the communication we use for now the newer aircrafts have better communication channels. Now the 737 it's a bit of an older version, so we have to use HF radios. HF radios you will call till Jesus comes back, because it's old school, like for the ship. The movies we watch, Kwameli, and they're busy screaming, I need help, blah, blah, blah. So it's very hard for them to hear you. But for mine, it wasn't a Mayday call. I called something called pan-pan. It's an emergency, yes, but aircrafts will still fly. So what happened was the other people who are flying, going to Australia, going to different places, when they had the call and they were in communication with Mumbai, they were relaying for us. Whatever we say, we are right here, we are coming in, we are coming here, we need an ambulance as soon as we park and stuff like that. So they were relaying. So it's almost as if everybody was helping. It was tag team until The time when we got to Mumbai, got close range, then we went into VHF. And it's okay to make a distress call in business. It's okay when you have, I don't understand this thing called HR. It's okay when your business is expanding so fast and you had not put systems in place. You can either make a pan call or you can make a mayday call. It's okay. And there are people you will be surprised. Number one, here we're already a family. People will come and assist you, not because they need anything in return, but because they want to see you excel. They want to see your business grow. So don't die with your problems, whether good or bad, saying that, oh, I don't want people to see my business doing well and stuff like that, or I don't want people to know that I'm struggling. No, call out, ask for that help, and people will be able to come back and tell you. So the second story is just bonus. Newly checked out captain, going to Douala. I'm so excited. On the landing, you say, on behalf of Captain Mary Kai and the rest of the crew, we sincerely thank you for choosing to fly Kenya Airways, the pride of Africa. So I'm still at that mode where I'm still adjusting. So we are going to Douala, get the same thing. We have a sick passenger on board. So I say, okay, fine, no problem. So we are looking at different alternates. So the next thing, the passer comes back. This time comes with the doctor. By then we were diverting, because now the doctor said we have to divert. So the nearest place we could divert to was Kigali. So once we made that left turn, we're facing headwinds. I think we talked about Mombasa. It's either 39 minutes or 45. It depends on the wind. Wind is what determines. If the wind is against you, it will be 45 to be 50 minutes. If the wind is for you, it will be less time. So this time, unfortunately, we had headwinds. So it was going to be 1 hour. So the doctor asked, very calm Cameroonian doctor, he said, Captain, are you diverting? I said, yeah, I'm diverting. Then he said, how long do we have? He said, an hour. He said, the patient does not have an hour. You do not want someone dying on your flight because it is a police case. You as the captain, you have to go write statements. They will keep you there. You do not want to be kept in a foreign land. God forbid, but you'd rather they die in Kenya, because now when you're writing statements, you can go home and sleep and go back to the police station. But out there, they will keep you, you'll start just feeling that extra pressure. So then now, initially the first officer had requested for, was like, oh, captains, we can go to Kisangani. But I was like, no. Kisangani, we don't fly to Kisangani. At least in Kigali, we have Kenya Airways staff who are there. In case we have to stay for long, we have a place where the passengers can go. As a leader, you have to think 360. You can't just think one way. We have people who can put for us fuel, things like that. Give the passengers more food if they need more food. But now, when you are told we have less than an hour, everything had to change, because now we have to save this life. And we went into Kisangani. We said we'll deal with the rest of the things later. It's not a priority. Priority is to save somebody's life. And for sure, we landed in Kisangani, and I was shocked to find 2 ambulances waiting for us. The French military, I didn't know the French military are normally at Kisangani. So they had their ambulance there. And I don't remember which other NGO had the ambulance. So we got the help that we needed. Okay, leaving Kisangani was a different story for another day. But at least the life was saved. So sometimes we may decide, like the way I decided, let us go to Kigali, because now in Kigali, there is A, B, C, D. It makes sense. But now, depending again on the situation, it is okay to relook at everything that you had looked at and decide on what it is. What is the situation at hand? At that point, it wasn't about the other passengers. At that point, we had 1 person dying. And going to Kisangani, because of everything else that made sense, would have lost his life. So that's the reason why we went to Kisangani. So in business, it's the same thing. Always keep on reevaluating what makes sense at that time. And whatever it is, throw everything else aside. We handle the situation, and we will deal with the rest of the things later.